Gemini, welcome to your mid-October reading. I hope you are beautiful and I hope you're doing beautifully. So, mid-October, Saturn goes direct in the sign of Aquarius. While it's been in, I've been hitting that loud, Gemini, I've been hitting that loud. Listen, if you would like to book a reading, Rubyreadstarot.com, Gemini. Book a reading, don't be shy. If you become a member on the website, you get sent out astrological dates, the report on the dates of when the planets move, so become a member. Become a member on the YouTube channel, also help support your girl. Leave me a comment, subscribe, thumbs up, la 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 la. All of the shenanigans. You know who loves you. Gemini, Saturn goes direct in the sign of Aquarius. And this is a big deal because we have watched over the past few months Saturn disconstruct every part of our life that we were unsure of. Because Saturn's that energy. If you're not sure about it, we don't need it. We'll get rid of it for you, okay? Unless you really want it. In that case, say you want it and act like you want it. It's Saturn, it's not me. Sun enters Scorpio, and we all know things get a little bit darker and a little bit more intense. Intimate and deep. And I guess if we allow ourselves to just explore its depth, I guess we can find some sort of transformative healing within. Venus enters Scorpio on the 23rd, and it's the planet of love in spooky, intensive Scorpio. So it is intense, you know. It's perhaps not the time to start a new romance. It's perhaps the time to really work and get deeper in an existing romance. And I guess with Juno going direct in Pisces after a really freaking difficult retrograde, right? We are going direct again, and it's time to get ready to connect on like a more spiritual, deeper level in partnerships. You know, we become more caring, we're less selfish, and we're perhaps a little bit more sensitive. There's a new moon solar eclipse on the 25th. This is a really powerful energy, especially when it comes to like lingering. Look, death card. This is a really intense energy, like especially when it comes to making amends with like loved ones, estranged loved ones in particular. Gemini, Sagittarius energy, that is the Temperance card. What are you changing up? There's something that needs transmuting. There's something that needs changing up. There's something that needs you to be creative and steady and put your alchemist hat on and change shit up, Gemini. Transmute from one state to the next. You need a design. You need an action plan. You need the motivation and the energy. So, when it comes to you alchemizing, do you know necessarily where it is that the change needs to take place? Could it perhaps be your personal economy? Could it perhaps be the need to be a little bit more fluid? Could it perhaps be that you may need to really illuminate things in your crown chakra first? Mid-July, Queen of Swords, there you are, and the Two of Pentacles. Sagittarius energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, and the Two of Pentacles. You can do this thing again and again and again and again and again. And you can keep doing it, and you can keep doing it, and you can keep doing it until you understand, Gemini. If you want to get off of this hamster wheel, right, you're gonna have to change some things up, and it might have to do with you. And this time around, you might really have to actually crack on with it. I'm not saying that you weren't doing your healing work. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that there's levels to this. I think that if you feel like you may have hit a plateau, it might be time for you to take a little bit more time to hang tight and just really illuminate how there is so much more work that needs to be done. Knight of Pentacles and the Lover's card, that's your energy. I like that. There's work that needs to be done, and this is a work in progress, and slow and steady wins the race. You can't rush, you can't bullshit your way through this. You might be presented with some form of an offering, an offer from an earth sign, potentially someone who's really grounded and stable in thinking. Pisces, Sagittarius energy is strong. Gemini, you know there's something new you've got to do. You know there was that thing that they were talking about. You got to work on it. La la la, shadow work. Who needs to? We're mercurials. We don't do shadow work. We're not around long enough for shadows. Oh boy. It's almost like Gemini calculating and quantifying and being a lot in your head right now is almost defeating the purpose, because it's a bit of a balance of you doing as well as being in your head about it. I think there is that intelligence of knowing when to start and stop. Right now, I think you understand that there is some moderation that needs to take place in your personal economy, and you can be as assertive as you wish about it, but if you're regurgitating a lesson, you kind of need to illuminate what exactly it is. It could even be in a work situation that you're not necessarily getting the hang of. When it comes to work, I would say it's perhaps time that you get in the zone with what it is that you want to present to the world. And if this is you really balancing out both of your dualities, meaning you actually being on the same page with yourself, you will find that there is work that needs doing, and a lot of that work, Eight of Swords, has to do with how you have to save yourself right now. Okay, these limitations, these subconscious blocks, these prisons of your own making, that noose that you got around your neck, that blindfold, it's all of the reasons why you can't. Okay, this is all of those reasons why, like, no, I can't, I will not. It's all of those things, right? I think you are more stuck than you are. But I think it's probably safe to know that there is some sort of revival in a love situation that may be a work in progress. Once you get illuminated about how it is time that you can't do things the same way that you've done them before, and you might have to transmute up a lot of shit. And even if that means you're being, like, hella diligent with yourself, I say, Gemini, don't be too, like, in your head about these decisions. Okay? It's your head and your heart. And that might be where you've got to really work on this. Like, these are so different, the Lovers and the Queen of Swords, but it's the same energy, Page of Wands. You might be making, or you might need to present some information. You might need to take some information forward, or you might have some information that you really gotta understand, develop, and, like, deal with in order to actually pull yourself out of any low vibrational states, Gemini. Prisons of your own making. Why are you doing this? Be on your own side. Be your own friend. Like, what's going on? It's about being happy-go-lucky again, and wherever you can find that energy, transmute whatever the fuck you need to until you actually get to the point where you're like, right, this is the sweet spot. And I think it's about you finding the sweet spot, because I feel like there are lots of options. There's opportunities that are being presented to you, and it's some things that you like doing. Mid-October might be the potential opportunities that you've been waiting for a really long time. But until you don't decide to get yourself out of the stuck place that you might find yourself in, how are we going to get there, Gemini? How? Get off of the hamster wheel. Death card. Scorpio season, Scorpio. New moon, solar eclipse, transmutation. You know the stuff that needs changing up. 10 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles. I think you're going to revive a situation, one that you had absolutely no hope in, one that may have involved a lot of chaos and fighting and animosity. I think somehow you managed to flip the script and you managed to change things up in a way that is just legacy, financial abundance, prosperity. It's about you taking the approach where you know that there is no going back. It's forward momentum only. Let bygones be bygones. Move forward towards your future because there's a lot of abundance in it. Don't let conflict hold you down right now. 10:20 on the clock when I said that, so I know I'm speaking to someone here. I love you. Book a reading. Leave me a comment. I love it when you do that. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, bye.